My name is Sean Sakamoto. I was born in Kalamazoo, Michigan, lived in San Francisco, traveled the world, but I settled here in New York City because we have the most interesting people in the world. Yeah, right now what we've got in the street here are some glamorous New Yorkers. As you can tell, we're surrounded by hedge fund managers and lawyers. Some of them like to carry their own music, play a little smooth jazz sometimes. I think a lot of them like to enjoy punching people, and sometimes they just relax. You know, sometimes there's no punching or smooth jazz. Sometimes there's other things like jogging. Some of them like to jog. Some of them will kick your ass. Okay, we can shoot it. I like this stuff. You write it? It's interesting. Have you ever heard of nerds?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about nerds?
I'm not computer. I'm not computer.
Oh no. Some of them like computers, you think?
Well, you know, I figure a nerd is a person who's pretty knowledgeable, smart, has a high IQ, enjoys being competitive with his intellect.
Okay. I think that was the best definition of a nerd I've ever heard. I think Kev was exactly right, and I think we should find nerds. I think nerds are where the fun is, where the action is.
There's two. Oh look, there's two nerds.
Oh, is that a nerd there? Let's go see. Hey, who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare. No, don't do that. I'm Evelyn.
You're Evelyn?
Yeah.
I'm Jim.
Jim, and what are you doing here?
We're here for Recess.
What's Recess?
Recess is a gaming event. It's 12 hours of board games and role-playing games and fun and food and friends and love.
A lot of love?
And special feelings.
Special feelings?
Yeah.
Is there any love game?
I hope so.
Yeah?
I'm playing it if there is.
Uh-huh. And what would a natural 20 do in a love game?
I'll show you later, actually.
Okay. What's your name?
Frank.
Frank? And what are you doing here?
I'm about to head into Recess.
What's Recess?
It's like an underground nerd meetup, like a gaming nerd meetup.
Uh-huh. You're a nerd?
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, it's from Battlestar Galactica.
Okay. Okay, your credentials are in order, sir.
Yeah.
And what do you intend to do at Recess today?
I plan to game, play role-playing games, board games, drink a lot of Mountain Dew.
Okay, good. Mountain Dew is a staple beverage in the nerd crowd.
It is.
So here we are at Thanksnerding. We're going to go on in and take a look. There should be a lot of food, a lot of gaming, a lot of fun. And we'll see what we can discover.
It doesn't matter because Troy will lend its aid to destroy these heathen Spartans.
Troy is always
and their
a great friend of Thebes. 1, 2, 3. Colors.
Now I'll be a nerd. Hi, we're nerds.
If you touch one of the markers, when you get killed, you automatically go back to the last marker you touched.
Well, let's keep going this way. Let's keep pushing. So we gotta be 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's over
do that.
Look at that.
That's kind of close to him.
I guess, you know, a lot of people say that they role play to get out of life.
Uh-huh.
I role play to train for life.
Uh-huh. Outstanding.
Oh dear, okay, well this is where it starts to get ugly.
You quietly step through the secret passage. You are now in the treasure vault. There is ancient treasure here.
Actually, to the right is Luke Crane. He's the inventor of the role-playing game Burning Wheel. What's your profession, sir?
I'm a game designer.
What kind of games do you design?
Tabletop role-playing games.
And what's probably the best role-playing game ever invented, which coincidentally was invented by you?
Inspectors, which is invented by Jared Sorensen.
Why don't you, for the sake of our viewers, tell me who you are?
I'm Jared.
Jared? Just Jared?
No, Jared Sorensen.
Uh-huh. And what do you do?
I am a game designer.
What game do you design?
A bunch, but right now I'm working on one called Donut.
Donut. Okay.
With that guy over there, Crane, Luke Crane, and I are working on it.
Hey, what are you doing here?
We're demoing a game that I created with my brother and a friend called Super Gachapon Fighter Omega Infinity.
Okay. It's called what?
Super Gachapon Fighter Omega Infinity.
All right. And what's the game like?
The game is team-based fighting beat 'em up in 3D with toys.
Oh, that's right. See this? You gave this to me.
What's your name?
My name is Epadiah Ravishraw. I am the designer of Dread, the one with the Jenga. Dread is a horror role-playing game where you play the people that are victims in horror films. So you get to run around screaming, and you use Jenga to decide whether you succeed at things or you've died horribly.
What do dwarves love the most?
Death.
And gold?
And gold.
Aaron Brown, he's one of the inventors of Nerd NYC.
Years ago, me and some guys wanted to hang out with more people who were into games, and so we decided to start Nerd NYC. We started with our own line of shirts and started doing events, and it's just kind of taken off from there.
Tell me about your shirt.
This is a Flaming D20. It was designed by Jordan Worley.
Roll me like a 20-sided die.
I love Nerd NYC. Nerd NYC is responsible for my marriage.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
How is that?
I met Terry Romero through Nerd NYC 4 years ago, and my life has been completely changed, and I'm happier than I've ever been.
Married nerds.
Yes.
Nerd love.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Erica.
What are you doing here?
I am helping opening dates and preparing the food table.
Oh, yeah?
I am.
And are you a gamer?
Against my best will, yes.
Really?
I game when the game strikes me, not necessarily just whenever there's a game going on.
You've got to be in the mood?
I've got to be in the mood, it's got to be the right people, and it's got to be a plot that gets me somehow.
Best game you've ever played?
Golden Girls Go Back in Time to Save Jesus. That was my favorite.
What are you playing?
We are playing powwow. We are all trying to figure out who really can't add well.
Okay, so here we are at Thanksnerding. There are a lot of gamers, game designers, game players, nerds of all stripe, and they've also set up a potluck dinner.
Glorious food, wonderful food.
What do you have here on the table?
I have Recess zine that I created a few weeks ago. It has some short stories from some of our Recess friends here.
Okay.
And some art from some of the nerds. This is a good one. This is from John Carmondo. It's called Eat and Dice.
What's your name?
Emily.
Emily. And what brings you to Thanksnerding today?
Wanted to visit lots of friends and play good games.
Okay. And what's your connection to gaming?
I wrote a couple of games, Breaking the Ice and Shooting the Moon, and like to play a lot of these folks' games too.
And those are role-playing games that you created?
Are indeed role-playing games.
All three of you, you're entering the chasm of the broken tooth.
Okay.
Narg, your medallion of wraith hunting is glowing.
Uh-oh. This is not good.
What does that mean when your medallion glows?
I think it means that there's wraiths around. Maybe?
Right.
Okay, I want to detect the raids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I see the raids?
You gotta roll.
I got
It's -2 because of the wound and you lost your left eye.
Okay.
All right. So now it's -2.
12.
Oh yes, you got it.
What's the significance of the D20?
D20 is like the main dice for D&D, which is the game that everyone has played at some point, and it was everything back in the day. It still is, And the new system's called D20, so it's of all the dice that we use, it's probably the most iconic.
Model it for me, baby. So what do you like about role-playing?
You get to be somebody else for a while, kind of, and tell stories, I guess.
I'm like, Flash!
Yeah, it was
Like
really
that.
close.
And then I want to, I want to jump through the air with my dagger.
Yes.
Like pulling my dagger out of my shirt.
Yes.
And I just want to bring it down on these wraiths, like the one that's trying to hit Flash.
Okay, excellent.
Natural one.
Oh.